like as you approach this first game with Adelaide this week?
Yeah, the mood's been good. We finished the season off really strong. We knew that coming into the latter end of the season, you need to pick up results, and yeah, going into that last game of the season to clinch second spot was a massive achievement for everyone involved in the club. And then since then, it's given us a couple of weeks to sort of reflect and move on from that, because we're now in the final, so a little bit different. The league's finished, and yeah, it's a little bit of a different situation, but it's also about winning games of football, so nothing's really changed in the preparation. And yeah, the boys have been buzzing. We had a couple of boys had a couple of extra days to recover from little niggles, and that was a result of finishing second, so we take that as a positive, and we've trained really hard, and the boys are prepared to go to Adelaide, and then obviously bring Adelaide back here in over a week's time, and it's exciting times.
From a coach's perspective, has it been nice having that break, or is it almost one of those situations where you kind of like the routine of playing week in, week out?
Look, the boys love playing football, but I think any sort of knockout, it's a one-off game, and you can get knocked out. So I think avoiding that was always positive, and that's a positive we took, and it's given, like I said, a couple of boys a little bit of extra time to recover. And yeah, we've trained really hard. We trained last weekend, and we've trained this week as well. So yeah, nothing's really changed, and yeah, I see it as a positive, and the boys are looking fresh and ready to travel tomorrow.
The aggregate scoreline has been well and truly weighted in your favour this year against Adelaide. Realistically, how much attention do you pay to those previous encounters with Adelaide, or do you have to kind of encourage yourself and your staff and the squad to approach these games as fresh and not dwell too much on what happened before?
No, I'm a coach in a team. We don't dwell on previous results. The results are the results. They're facts, but it's another game, and no doubt they'll be hurting and wanting to turn that around. No doubt they'll be favourites at home. Doesn't matter the result we got last time. I'm pretty sure they'll be favourites. Coopers is a great stadium. They'll have a really good crowd. Saturday night, I've played there myself before, and last Friday, a couple of weeks ago, it was a great atmosphere. So yeah, I'm sure they'll go full of confidence. They'll be out to win the game. We'll be out to win the game, and yeah, I don't think anyone's really bothered about the previous results, because they're in the past.
It's an unusual situation, playing the same team 3 games in a row. You don't often get that.
Yeah, it is quite strange, obviously that being the last game of the season, and then winning the playoff last week means 3 games in a row. So it's we'll be pretty well acquainted by the end of it. But it's two good teams that have had a good season. Attacking teams with a lot of young players, and I suppose everyone enjoys watching both teams play. So it's got all the ingredients for a good semi-final.
Is it a bit of a plus to have the away game first and then come back here as well afterwards?
I think so, yeah. I mean, look, finishing first and second, there is no real benefit other than missing that first week off. You have to play home and away. So it's like I said, there'll be their advantages at home, and they'll be favourites, no doubt, and we'll be favourites at home here. So over the 2 games, I'm sure the best team will go through, and yeah, that's where we approach it. We know we have to be the best team over 2 games to go through to the final. So it's a big challenge for everybody, but it's a challenge that we're looking forward to.
What do you think of the no away goal advantage?
I think it's 2 games. Again, we don't really get any advantage finishing second. You play home and away, so yeah, I think it's good. I have the 2 games, but at the end of the second game, the game has to be finished. So it's I think that being at home, the second game is important for us. But we just approach each game as it comes, and that's not even thinking about the game here, just purely thinking about the game in Adelaide on Saturday night to start with.
Monty, as you touched on at the start about your playoff record as a player, how does it feel as a manager being in that situation now, where you've had to endure the playoffs for the mental aspect of when you're playing in those games, to now being in charge of a group of players and you're trying to lead them through that? How does that differ for you?
That's a little bit different. My playing experience, in England is you're playing to get promoted to the Premier League, so it's a little bit different than playing to win a championship. I think I got good experiences from that, and I've taken that through my coaching career, and it's about pressure situations and players performing. And I told them before we played Adelaide last time that we knew what was on the line. We knew that there was a lot of pressure on that game, and I put the pressure on the players, and they performed. So I think that was a real big step for them, and they'll take good experience from that. But look, it's 2 games. It's 2 games against a good team, and we're full of confidence, and we believe that we're good enough to go home and away and win games of football, and we've proved that this season. So yeah, nothing really changes in terms of the preparation that we normally do.
It feels as though, tell me if this is wrong, it feels as though the group of players that you've got actually respond really well to that pressure of playing in those big games. Is that fair?
Yeah, look, a lot of the players last year, it was their first year in professional football. We got to the finals and an FA Cup final, the first in their club's history. So they took a lot of experience from that. And yeah, that's they're now in the second year of some of them. Next to Trantis, Brian, they're in the first years of professional football. So I think having a leader like Danny Vukovic at the back, and he definitely brings the average age of the squad up a little bit. But he's a great leader, and he's had good experiences, and we've got players that have experienced big games. In Tulio in Brazil, you're talking ridiculous pressure crowds when you're playing in Brazil, and yeah, we've got Jason Cummings that's played in the Rangers Celtic, one of the biggest derbies in the world. So yeah, we've got players that have got good experience, and the young boys now, they've got good experience of high pressure games, and I think that bodes really well for them this season.
In the last match with Adelaide, we sort of saw the team come out in the second half. They like a different team, really invigorated a few subs. Is it about ensuring that the Craig Goodwins of the team don't get those chances to get the ball up our end?
Yeah, it's great. Craig Goodwin's a very good player. He's one of the best players in the competition. He's had a great year. And look, we knew at half time we were comfortably in the lead last game, and yeah, you're away from home, you expect a reaction, and they threw everything at us at the start of the second half, which is normal. It's very hard to dominate for 90 minutes, especially away from home against a good team. So yeah, we don't expect goals change games. We know that. And we expect another tough game this weekend, and we'll give them full respect. Like I said, they're a good team. They've got good players, and yeah, we don't expect anything different. You have to take your chances, and you have to be resilient at the back, and especially away from home, big crowd. The boys enjoy the big crowd, so yeah, we're looking forward to the game.
Do you do anything different in weeks like this? Does your preparation change? Are you a superstitious coach when it comes to approaches to big match days?
Nah, not really. I try to just keep level. I think having a long playing career, you have to not get too high with the highs, not too low with the lows, and just try and keep stable. And I think that we try and do that here. The boys are not overconfident. We're confident. We believe in ourselves, like we have done all season. And yeah, it's just about just keeping things the same. And it's not a one game knockout. It's over 2 games. So it's really like a little mini league, 2-game mini league. And yeah, we know at the end of it, if we're the best team, we score more goals than the opposition, then we'll go through to the final. So it's nothing really changes in the way that we prepare.